What's up guys, Ultra775 here, and today I will be giving you the official pre-update Ghost Guide. This guide will cover his kit, useful tech, matchups, playstyles, and more. If you're asking why this guide, well, I have over 200 hours on the character and made him. Not only this, but I used to play in scrims, which means that I have experience playing against the best of the best. All of the information in this guide is coming from personal experience, other players, and the Q-Clash wiki page. If anyone wants to access the wiki, the link will be in the description. Let's get started. First, we will go over Ghost Kit. So a Ghost Kit is very simple. He is pretty much the stereotypical shooter that you can find in many FPS games. He does best at medium range as he has little drop-off damage and his health is 175, which is average. He has an assault rifle as his weapon, the ability to sprint, a frag grenade, and for his ultimate he has an airstrike. Ghost's assault rifle is full auto with 30 bullets. Each shot does 7 to 10 damage, depending on the range. If you hit a headshot, it does 11 to 19. If you hit the right mouse button, you will also have a scope to look through for medium to long ranges. Ghost's sprint ability is the foundation for his movement and allows him to vary his playstyles. By holding shift, you get a 50% movement speed increase. What makes this ability so powerful is the fact that you can sprint in any direction. This ability is not on a cooldown. Sprint is a great tool for getting into a teamfight fast and leaving it fast. It also helps with dodging shots and staying alive. Ghost's second ability is a frag grenade, which is a great tool for crowd control and extra damage. By pressing E, Ghost throws a grenade which explodes after 3 seconds. By holding down the E key, you can hold the grenade, and when you release it, it should explode depending on how long you held the grenade. Holding the grenade for as long as possible makes the grenade explode in your hand, which deals damage to enemies near you and no damage to yourself. It has a 6-second cooldown, which begins after the E key is pressed and not after the grenade is thrown. It deals 30 to 60 AoE damage, which varies depending on the enemy's distance to the explosion. Personally, the grenade is my favorite ability because of its versatility. You can bounce grenades off of walls, which allows you to get the nade into seemingly unreachable spots. Throwing the grenade into a large group of enemies before your team engages can soften up the enemies and provide a slight edge before the team fight even begins. Not only this, but when you are in a 1v1 scenario, you can pretty much just get free damage by throwing the nade onto the ground. Ghost's ultimate is an airstrike that allows you to call 3 large airstrikes, which are shown as colored circles. They deal heavy damage if you are inside them. When used, all enemies in your sight will be highlighted with a red square. To call an airstrike, left click on the ground wherever you wish to place it, no matter the range. To gain ult, you need to do damage and get kills. The ideal situation for your ultimate is a large group of enemies on a point of interest, such as a payload, objective, or even a crowded choke point. Ghost has arguably the best ult in the game as it allows you to clear out any objective with no consequence. It can be used to get that last push to win you the round on a payload map, or to prevent the enemy from capturing a point. The ultimate is very simple but has 2 large counters. First, people can just walk out of the circles, meaning that if your ult is placed poorly, it will get absolutely no value. Secondly, if a knight has his ultimate or mortality, he can just use it inside of the airstrike and will not go below 40 health, and it lasts way longer than airstrike, making it a hard counter. If you know the other team's knight has immortality, then try to get them to use immortality before your ult. To know this, you need to learn how to ult track, which I will talk about later. To get value with your ultimate, getting kills is important, but getting large amounts of damage gets nearly the same effect. Not only this, but if your ults have been getting large value, people will be hesitant to fully commit to fights in certain areas due to the deterrence effect. Ghost is easy to play, but hard to master. To reach the highest level, you need to understand a few more advanced concepts, known as tech. Ultimate combos are when you and another teammate use your ult at the same time so as to make one of them much more impactful. Airstrike and Confiscate are arguably the best combo in the game. The Confiscate slows down enemies and does not allow them to use abilities, ultimates, and their weapons. This eliminates the 2 biggest counters to Ghost ult, which are immortality and simply walking out of the airstrike. Ult tracking is the act of actively following an enemy player's performance to scale whether they have ult, if they are close to ult, or if they do not have ult. When ult tracking is performed successfully, you should be able to know exactly when each enemy has an ult and act accordingly. The main enemy you want to follow is Sir Knight, as his immortality shuts down your own ult. Before ulting, you should be conscious of if there is a Sir Knight present with his ultimate ability who could possibly deny value from yours. Grenade optimization is knowing when to use your grenade, how long to cook it, and where to throw it. First off, you should be using a grenade at the start of a team fight before engaging. You should also use it at the end of a team fight, so as to discourage the enemy from chasing you and to get a little more damage for ult charge. If you are in the poke phase of a team fight, meaning that one team is preparing to move in, you should be using a grenade off cooldown and not cooking it. Just hit E while looking near an enemy and then go back to shooting. Any extra damage is helpful, and if you are able to get an enemy to around half health, you can delay the fight or go in with the advantage. In addition, you can reload your gun and in the middle of the reload, hit E and start to cook the grenade. This allows you to reload at the same time and do some damage with the grenade. Secondly, how long you cook the grenade should depend on how far the enemy you are fighting is. I do not have exact timings, but the longer you play, you will just pick up a sense for this. Third, where you throw the grenade matters as well. If the enemy is farther away, look higher up so the arc of the grenade is larger. However, do not ever look straight up at nade. Though it will not do damage to you, there is literally no reason to do this, as the grenade will just bounce back down to the spot you threw it from. If there is an enemy close to you, look down when you throw the nade. In addition, there is a bounce mechanic to the grenade. If you throw it at a wall, it'll bounce off. This leads to some crazy kills, but it's not really teachable. It's the more you play, the better you get kind of thing. Matchups refer to your individual performance against each character. Ghost plays well against Ghost in a 1v1. If both of you are playing in the right spots and doing the right things, then it just comes down to aim and skill. However, if one of the Ghosts is playing in a bad spot or wasting cooldowns, the other should win 10 out of 10 times. Ghost plays well against Sheila as long as you watch your distance. If you play in the mid-range, the Sheila will literally be shooting nerf bullets at you because of the damage fall off. If you play close range, then the Sheila has the advantage. To play well against the Sheila, just keep your distance and hold angles instead of playing with the team. Sheilas will be inclined to dive into your backline, which normally consists of Zedinas and Reapers, so if you just stay away from those two characters, you'll be fine. Ghost plays well against Decker. Though he is not your main target, you can win fights as long as you can get close to him. Ghost is also one of the easiest characters to kill an invisible Decker on due to how easy it is to track on Ghost. On the flip side, staying far away from a Decker is a bad thing because Decker has no fall-off damage. Overall, just stay close and pick when and where you want to take the 1v1 if you completely have to. Ghost plays extremely well against Cyborg. Cyborg's damage is very little at Ghost's preferred range, and the spread on Cyb's gun gets very bad at range. Not only this, but Cyborgs move incredibly slow, meaning that it is easy to track them and hit only headshots, dealing massive amounts of damage and forcing Cyborg's bubble ability. In addition, when Cyborg is ulting, he is stationary, which means that a Ghost can take advantage and spray him down with bullets. Overall, just keep your distance and hit your shots. Ghost counters Rascal completely. First off, Rascal likes playing close range and uses his turret to get large amounts of damage and to confirm kills. Ghost, on the other hand, plays in the mid-range, meaning that Rascal can do nothing against him. Not only this, but Rascal's turret is stationary, meaning that it is very easy to destroy it without getting hit. This will also allow you to farm ult charge off of a turret. Rascal's ultimate is also not a counter to Ghost ult, meaning that there is nothing Rascal can do to a Ghost. Once again, keep your distance, hit your shots, and you will make a Rascal's life hell. Ghost also counters Sir Knight very much. Knight plays close range, keeping his shield up until the right time to swing his sword. Now, Ghost's preferred location is nowhere near a Sir Knight, which already gives Ghost the advantage. Ghost can also farm ult charge from Knight's shield, and that makes it a lot harder for a Knight to engage. Finally, when Knight does drop his shield, he moves very slowly, which makes him easy to track and therefore kill. The only thing Knight can do to Ghost is to counter his ult, but that's about it. Ghost plays badly against Reaper. Reaper is the only sniper character in the game, and she delights in having a large amount of space between her and her target. If you are a Ghost and playing in the mid-range, a Reaper has you right where she wants you. Never challenge a Reaper in a long-range aim duel. Even if you hit way more shots, her damage fall-off is significantly less than yours. If she does far more damage with her shot, meaning that she can out-damage you. Zad is countered heavily by Ghost. First off, Zad is very low health, making it easy to beam her from range. For most Adinas, when they get low, they use their fly ability to get away from the fight. However, it is extremely easy to track her when she is flying. Finally, her ultimate does less heals per second than airstrike does damage per second, meaning you can still kill enemies while they're getting overhealed. A playstyle is the way you play a character. There are two playstyles for Ghost, one of them being far superior to the other one. These are close range and mid range. A good Ghost player should be able to flex between them with ease, adapting to the situation at hand. A close range playstyle is very self-explanatory. Play up close, play with your tanks, go in with them, get out with them. But do not be in the thick of it. Stay a little bit further back and stick to a target priority, meaning you kill people in this order. If someone on the enemy team is making a mistake, punish them. If not, your target priority should be Rascal Turret, Rascal, Knights, Cyborg, Zad, and from there just focus on the person that is the lowest. You should be playing this playstyle while the other team has a Reaper or a Decker, as you can pretty much avoid their damage. A mid-range playstyle is also very self-explanatory. Not too far, not too close. Your target priority should be Rascal Turret, Knight, Rascal, Cyborg, and Zad. Very similar, but this time just focus the Knight Shield a little bit more so it is harder for the enemy team to engage. You should be playing mid-range when the enemy team has a good Sheila. That just about wraps up the video. I hope you learned a lot about Ghost and how to play him. If you like this video and want to see more like this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a great day.